Well, good evening, Bear fans, and welcome to another edition of Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV. Tonight, as we move from Thanksgiving and towards Christmas, we'll spend this evening talking with Southwest Mississippi Community College President Dr. Steve Bishop. We'll recap the fall semester and look towards the spring semester with the president of Southwest. We'll do that when we come back, so let's bear down and get ready. It's time for Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV.
Inside Southwest Bear Athletics is your home for all things sports related at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Benji Embry is the voice of Southwest Bear Athletics and a seasoned sports broadcaster in Southwest Mississippi. You can hear him on game day broadcasting nearly all of our athletic events. Join us weekly on Tuesdays to catch up on the discussions. You can hear us live on Bear TV, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and Amazon Music. So if you have questions or you just want to keep up with teams and stats, you have come to the right place. Inside Bear Athletics.
Well, welcome back to Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV. On this Tuesday evening, Thanksgiving behind us, we look towards Christmas. And visiting with us tonight, the president of Southwest Mississippi Community College, Dr. Stephen Bishop. Dr. Bishop, welcome to the program.
Hey, Benji, thanks so much. Thanks for the opportunity to be with you today.
Well, Dr. Bishop, it has been an absolutely crazy 2020, going back to the spring, into the summer, into the fall. Let's first kind of back up and talk a little bit about the spring semester. You had to make some very, very tough decisions in the spring. Not only athletic-wise, but school-wise, sending everybody home for spring break, and then it became 2 weeks, and then it became pretty evident the kids weren't coming back.
You know, looking back, back during spring break, we all went home. We're excited about the break, and during that time was when a lot of news started coming out about COVID. We had certainly heard about COVID-19 prior to spring break, but we didn't realize the seriousness of the virus. And I remember we were in Oxford that week, and I'd heard that Ole Miss was going to extend their spring break for a week. So I thought, well, I don't know, it's kind of being a little aggressive there, but the more we looked at it, we needed to do the same thing. So we did that, and of course we all know that we did not return for the spring semester in person. But as I said before, I want to commend our students, number one, as well as our faculty members for being very flexible and being willing to make changes that they'd never been asked to make before. We went completely online from the middle of March all the way through the end of the semester, and everyone performed admirably. The students, for the most part, finished their semester and got the grades that they needed, got the credit. Our faculty members did very well with the different type of instruction that they were asked to utilize, which was the online format. So we were pleased with that. And then it came time, well, we're going to have graduation. And so we didn't know what to do about graduation, so we had a virtual graduation that was very successful, I think. A lot of people joined that, well over 20,000 views for that particular event. I want to commend our staff on our campus for making that happen. And so that went well, and of course we did all we could during the summer to plan for the fall, but also we did have a trial semester, if you will, for face-to-face classes in the month of June, and that worked out well. We used a lot of different protocol, social distancing, temperature checks, etc. So we did that in the summer, so we felt very comfortable going into the fall that we could do that, and our faculty members and our staff, our students, our entire college community has come together to make this semester very successful. You know, we've made it now to the final week.
We are.
And so we've got exams, and come Friday of this semester, as far as the instruction goes, it's over. Of course, next week we are going to have 3 days that our faculty members will be here, just in case some students need to make up exams, make up tests, make up assignments, just to make sure they get that taken care of before the Christmas holiday. So we are pleased that we can say that Southwest Mississippi Community College has been very successful this semester with face-to-face classes, online classes, hybrid courses. And again, I want to commend all of our administrators, our faculty and staff for making that happen.
Well, Dr. Bishop, on the front of talking about the online classes, one advantage I think Southwest had that a lot of other places didn't, especially the high schools around the area that kind of went to scrambling a bit as to what they were going to do. You guys here at Southwest kind of had the platforms already in place to where it wasn't a lot of work for these kids to go home and be able to continue their lessons, correct?
Sure, absolutely. Many of our faculty members already were involved in teaching online classes. Southwest has recently been recognized as one of the best online community colleges in the country. So we had the format in place, and it was very common here on our campus. Now, did it make it very easy to make the transition? No, but at least we had the background that we needed to make that transition from the face-to-face to the online format. So we had that experience, and we were thankful for that. And again, our students were super as far as that goes, making sure that they took the assignments from the faculty members, the instruction, and so it just worked out very well. Could not have worked out better.
Well, it was a summer of wondering for everybody. It was a summer where I know you drove through campus, you didn't see anybody, which was awfully weird. Of course, you living on campus, you know
Right.
that as well. Nobody was here. Nobody was around. People were wondering, would there be a fall semester? But one thing I think a lot of folks didn't know about was the fact that you had put a COVID-19 team together. And between you, the COVID-19 team, the faculty, the staff, other community colleges in the state, everybody was dedicated to making sure fall classes happened, at least some classes happened on campus, weren't they?
Exactly. We did put together a reopening the campus task force. Now it's kind of known as the COVID committee. And they actually still are meeting on a regular basis, and just brought together a good group of individuals from around our campus that had a variety of responsibilities. And we wanted that, we needed that, anywhere from human resources to campus housing, to academics, to campus police, just a variety of individuals that came together and followed the CDC guidelines, the guidelines set forth by the Mississippi Department of Health. So absolutely, we look to that committee for leadership, and the chairman of that committee was Dr. Melissa Temple, and so she continues to do an outstanding job with that role. Many of our faculty and staff know to call upon that committee for guidance. I certainly do, and we all do, and we're all working together. You know, when we first got the few COVID cases when school came back, it was almost like, oh my goodness, but we did not panic. We worked it out. We navigated through the process the best way we could. If someone had a case of COVID, or if they had been around someone with contact tracing, we didn't overreact. They were quarantined for a few days. If they didn't have symptoms or had a negative test after 10 days or so, they could come back to class. So one group would go out, another group may come in. So, you know, we never had over 1% of our student body out at one time. So I want to commend all of the teachers for working with those students who may have had to miss a class or two or three or four to be out. So commend them for working with those students, and for those students to being resilient in making up their work, et cetera. So again, we were able to utilize the technology that we have and to make it work. So again, commend that committee. You know, a big thing about not knowing in the summer was, are we going to play football? Are we going to play soccer? Or will the band be able to perform? So, you know, looking back on that, I think we have done an outstanding job to allow as much normalcy as possible this semester. I mean, it was not your normal semester, no, but the band was able to perform 3 times. We were able to play football. Cheerleaders were able to perform. Our dorms were open. Our dorms were full. And so that's exciting to know in the midst of a pandemic that we can all come together and do the best we can and still offer the students not only the academic opportunity, but also the college experience that many of them that they want, and many of them want and deserve. So we're thankful the way it turned out. We're hoping that the holidays will not bring an increase or a spike in the number of cases, and hopefully we'll have somewhat of a normal spring semester, but we know there are going to be challenges, but I think we'll do our best, and we'll be ready for those when they come.
On a side note, Dr. Bishop, you got those big windows in your office. Anybody that's been to your office sees those big windows out there.
That's right.
What was it like the first day you saw cars back on campus and children and students walking around? What was it like personally for you to see that happening the first day?
It was exciting. We gradually brought back our staff. There for a while, they went home for a period of time, and then we started bringing them back maybe a couple days a week for half a day, and then we would gradually increase that amount of time. We have skeleton staffs and things such as that. So we saw a lot of the employees, and over time it built back up where they were on campus a lot more. Every now and then we'd see a student, but you're exactly right for asking the question. When I first saw the students coming back on campus, I realized that we had a really good chance of making this happen. So it was just like welcoming your children home, I guess, after they'd been away for a while. So this campus is beautiful. We have beautiful buildings. The facilities are wonderful. Our Board of Trustees has done an outstanding job by allowing us to have the equipment and the facilities to provide a quality college experience. But it boils down to people. It boils down to relationships. It boils down to having these students on campus. And the way that we improve at Southwest and the way that we keep going is through outstanding students. So when we see those coming back in, it just really makes us proud that we can offer something that they still need and something they still desire. So the students make the campus. That's why we emphasize student services. We emphasize our campus housing. We emphasize activities. And of course, our main objective is their academic and career technical instruction. So the short answer, I was excited to see everybody come back. And hopefully it was a motivation also that we want to keep people on campus. We don't want to go through that again. We know that that's possible, but we want to do everything that we possibly can to keep from closing down completely again.
And one more thing on COVID. One thing I noticed walking around campus is the students all bought in. They were in the mask. They're doing what they need to do because just as much as you guys want them here, they want to be here.
That's the thing. Students say, hey, are we going to be able to have class? Are we going to be able to have a teacher? Are we going to be able to be in a classroom? You think that a lot of the students want to get out of work. They don't want to do things, but they really want to be in that classroom. They really want to learn, and they want to do well in a classroom setting because they feel like they'll learn more probably. Not to say that you can't in an online class with outstanding instruction on online as well, but many of our students need the one-on-one or the face-to-face type instruction. And so they realize, many of them, hey, I want to get a great foundation in this particular class or this particular major, because one day I may have to take a entrance exam, or I may have to take a test to get a job, or I may have to, prove my expertise or my knowledge when I move on to senior level courses. So many of them are not just looking for now, they're looking ahead. So they were excited. They want to be in class, and whatever we asked them to do, that was a motivation for them. So, hey, if I do this, it'll increase our chances of having the face-to-face class. So I'm thankful that the community college system has really tried to make this happen, and we've been successful as a system around Mississippi. Not that it has not been perfect, of course, but I think it's something that we all can be proud of, not only at Southwest, but throughout the state as the community colleges have worked together. Normally we have a president's meeting once a month, but here lately we've been meeting about once a week to make sure that we're following protocol, making sure we're doing what we need to do. And so many issues have come out of this COVID virus that we've had to be very flexible with, and we've had to really rethink what we do. So it's been a challenge, but we've learned a great deal from it that I think will help us even in the future.
Did you know what Zoom was before March?
I didn't know exactly what Zoom was, but I know what it is now.
You know what it is now,
I
don't
know what
you?
it is now.
Let's talk about campus a little bit. Despite COVID, some things are happening on campus. Number one, a lot of folks have noticed, especially folks who've been on campus recently, probably noticed all the roads are getting a facelift, aren't they?
Absolutely. We have been anticipating our roads and streets and parking lot resurfacing project probably for 2 years now. And it just has been delayed for various reasons. And I remember us talking about that project even back in the last summer. So I wonder if they can come this summer, or hey, this would be a great time for the crew to come during COVID. Nobody's here. And just as you would think that might happen, we joked about it, but the first week of fall classes, that's when the construction crew showed up. So they've been here all semester, and got to put the lines down, and many of the lines are already down, of course, but that's going to really make our campus pop, and it's something that we've needed for a good period of time now, so we're excited about that. It's pavement, it's parking lots, it's streets, but if you don't maintain your facility, people start to notice it, and it's just not what it needs to be. So it is certainly a project that's going to be beneficial to our students and our faculty, staff, our community for many years to come, hopefully decades to come.
Well, another project that is ongoing, or should I say, just in its infancy, something that COVID may have started, but that's going to, I think, be really great for the campus, and that's the Performance Center. You moved your weight room from the field house where it used to reside over to the old gym area that you had over by the grill. Performance Center could be a big, big deal for Southwest, couldn't it?
That's something we're really excited about, and you're exactly right. We may not have even made that step if it had not been for COVID. Down in our field house, we have had a very nice weight room. It was just too small. Had nice equipment, but in order to work out, we would have been able to just have a few athletes in at one time. And when you consider all of our sports, football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, tennis, golf, etc., it would have been almost impossible for our athletes to work out in there on a regular basis because you could not have many people in the room. So the idea was, let's move our equipment to a larger space, and that's what took place. Move it over to the grill gym. And so they set it up, and instantly it looked really good. It looked like, hey, this may be something that will work for COVID. And the more our athletes worked out over there, the more our coaches were over there, they realized, hey, this is something that we really like. And it would be very difficult to move back to the small room. So we're going to try to raise some money, raise some funds to enhance that facility. We need more weight equipment. We need a weight floor, some rubberized flooring there so it won't damage the current floor. And it would be nice if we could have some type of a turf surface where they could stretch and work out and do agilities and work on speed and conditioning as well. So that's something we're working on. We're working on trying to get the word out for individuals who might want to donate. It is tax deductible, and this time of year people may be looking for a way to get some type of tax deduction with their income tax for this current calendar year. And also it will certainly be an investment not only for football, but for all of our sports. Every sport uses the Strength and Conditioning Center, and it's something that I think will help them get stronger. They'll be more agile, they'll be more flexible, and I think it will help us to prevent injury as well. And also, if we do it right, if we can raise enough money to go through those three phases of the weight flooring, the weights, as well as possibly the small amount of turf in there, it will really help us when bringing a prospective athlete or student on campus. When they see that, they'll know that we're serious about strength and conditioning, and they will know that we're serious about making them better, and so that will give them an opportunity to succeed here as well as maybe at another college somewhere after they transfer here. So that is a project. It's a doable project. We already have the facility, and we already have strength and conditioning coaches. Our coaches are excited about it, so if you would like to contribute to the Strength and Conditioning Center, we'll certainly would take that money and put it to great use. And it'll be something that our community can be proud of as well.
Absolutely. Yep. You can see Dr. Andrew Dale. I think he'd be more than happy with the Southwest Foundation to help you out here right at the end of the year, kind of make a contribution, like you said, with everybody heading towards tax season. Well, Dr. Bishop, we got some more things to discuss, but right now let's step aside for a moment. Back with more Inside Bear Athletics with President Dr. Steve Bishop right after this.
Hey everybody, my name is Emily Lambeth and I graduated from Southwest in 2005. I was an active member here on campus. I was involved in our alumni association now. I was involved in our choir, the band, the SGA. I was also the editor of our yearbook. It was a great experience for me. I enjoyed it. It was basically home away from home. I got involved in everything, and I challenge you guys to get involved on campus and joining our alumni association. Go Bears.
Join the SMCC Alumni Association today. Call 601-276-2442. Let's get back to the discussion on Inside Bear Athletics.
Well, welcome back Inside Bear Athletics as we continue on this final show of the year, visiting with President Dr. Steve Bishop. Dr. Bishop, a couple of other projects I wanted to mention right quick. One is, of course, the Southwest softball field, which anybody that came to a football game saw the softball field getting a huge uplift. That should be done in time for softball season too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I heard that the majority of the work is going to be complete by the middle of December. So if that happens, I will be really excited, pleasantly surprised by that. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of this calendar year. And, you know, the softball season will certainly come sooner than we realize. It'll be probably need to be played on probably in February. So I want to commend the crew for really working hard to work on that. It's a drainage project, but the field was flat, so therefore they had to come in and really do a major overhaul of our softball field and to make sure that when it rained and or small to medium rain, that we still would be able to play soon after. So we're excited about that, and I think the softball players and our softball coaches are excited as well, and they deserve a good place to play, and it's a very nice place to watch softball. So we're excited about the spring for that. We think that's going to be certainly enhance our campus and also enhance our athletic facilities.
And of course, this is not a project, but coming up later this week, one thing I know a lot of folks in the community really look forward to every year is the stage band show. Obviously, the spring show got canceled due to COVID. The Christmas show is on this year, and I know that in talking with a lot of the band folks, they had the full support of the administration and your staff to make that happen. And I know we can't start Christmas in a lot of places here in Southwest Mississippi until we go to the stage band show. So stage band show is on for this year.
Yes, we're going to do all we can to provide that stage band show. We've added an extra show. It's going to be matinees on Friday afternoon and also Sunday afternoon. Of course, the shows in the evening is going to be Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night at 7. And that's going to be December 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, if I'm not mistaken there. So our students have been working hard. They've been rehearsing. And Miss Lauren Lewis and others, Mr. Whittington and others have been making sure that things are going well over there. Of course, everyone knows it's an outstanding show with lighting and a lot of choreography and sound, and so we're excited about that. We did not want to cancel our Christmas show this year. There will be limited seating. We would not allow over, I think, 450 people there. Holds around 1,000. So if you want to get those tickets, there's a way you can do that. You can go online and choose the night or the show that you want to attend, and you can get your ticket, and that can be emailed to you, the confirmation. Or if you do not have an email, we can print that out for you and have that waiting on you on the day of the show or the actual show time. So we're putting some thought into that, making sure that the people who do come are going to be safe. We do not want to cause any type of spreading type of event, but we also want our students to be on stage and display their talent, and also something that is a long tradition here at Southwest that we want to continue, our stage band show. And I enjoy the stage band show, not just the music and the choreography and things such as that, but I enjoy the atmosphere, the spirit that people bring to that event. And when you come to one of the Southwest stage band shows, especially the Christmas show, you leave the event, you leave the concert uplifted, and that's what we want to do for our community, because our community does that for us all year long. So our goal is to have the Southwest Christmas stage band show and invite all of you to come out and enjoy that, but make sure that you reserve your show, you reserve your seat for a particular evening or matinee. So you'll be hearing a little bit more of that. And so we look forward to the stage band show. Thanks for mentioning that.
And I understand if you go to smcc.edu, there's a banner there you can click on to reserve your spot for it. Two other side pieces about the stage band. Santa Claus will be there, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand you invited him, right?
He is scheduled to be here Saturday night.
Did you make the call, or did Clay
Saturday night.
Whittington make the call?
I believe Mr. Whittington.
Mr. Whittington made that call?
He's got a close
He's
relationship.
got that direct
with
line to Santa?
That's right.
So Santa Claus will be there Saturday night. And also, something Dr. Holmes used to always say about the stage band show. I love this line Dr. Holmes would always say. The Southwest Stage Band Show is always free because it is a gift from Southwest to the community. I think that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard him say that many times, and we continue that same philosophy with our stage band show. Again, this community of Southwest Mississippi and beyond continues to support our college, and that's just one way that we can say thank you back to them, in a way that we can invite them back on campus and show that we do appreciate their support. You know, students from all over this district, all over this part of the state. You know, a lot of people don't realize it, but the most recent statistics that I've seen, we've got students that come from 60 different counties in Mississippi, 14 states, and 6 foreign countries. But at the same time, we want to make sure that our community is taken care of and let them know that they're always welcome on campus. And it's just a fun evening. It's just a good time to come celebrate the young people's talent, celebrate the birth of Jesus, our Savior. So that's what we want to do during that time.
Well, Coach, let's talk, Coach, good gracious. Let's talk sports. You're a coach. I've seen you coaching on the field before.
That's right.
I've seen this man coach before. Let's talk about sports a little bit. The fact that we got a complete football season in has to be wonderful news for Southwest. Again, the season may not have gone the way we wanted, but we played all 6 games when we were supposed to play all 6 games, stayed away from COVID. The fact that we had a football season has to be a pretty big deal.
Exactly. I do want to commend Coach Stowers and our staff for keeping our players, our trainers, managers, all the coaches as safe as possible. We had one issue. We had one case early on, and we did not have to cancel any practices or any games. We did have to postpone our last game by 1 day, but that was because of our opponent. Okay. So I want to commend them and just the whole campus atmosphere and the culture when it comes to taking precautions for COVID, that it worked. They did what we asked them to do. As far as that goes, like I said, all the protocol, the temperature, social distancing, wearing of the mask. So in athletics it's very difficult. I mean, they weren't even able to put all the team in the locker room at one time. Many of them had to change in their dorm room. And so that was, awkward. So it worked out, and we did what we're supposed to do there. So I do want to commend them for having a safe environment for our athletes. So that was something that we really are certainly proud of.
And of course, basketball got some scrimmages, baseball, softball played some games. So some things did happen in the fall semester, and at one point we thought that would never get to happen. One other thing that happened you probably didn't expect to do this. You decided we're going to start golf back here at Southwest, and then right before golf season got started, you got to make a new hire.
Absolutely. Mr. J. O'Hearn is our new golf coach, and Jay has a vast experience in golf as a player and as a golf professional, and we are elated to have J. O'Hearn as our golf coach. I've talked to a few of the golf players, a lot of the guys that are on the team, and they love Coach O'Hearn. They appreciate his work ethic and the way he instructs them and just his general demeanor around the team. And since he's been here, the team has improved greatly. And so we're excited about the team, and also I believe one of our guys has won a couple tournaments.
Yeah,
and he's
number
ranked
two in the
country.
Number 2 in the country.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about that as well. Thankful for Brett. Brett's his name, so we're excited that he's here along with the rest of the team, and we want to celebrate we do want to celebrate soccer, but we want to celebrate golf, what they've done, and also look forward to next semester as well.
You also brought a soccer coach back.
Yeah, yeah.
He also brought he was
Coach
here,
Mills.
then left. Now he's
Yep.
back. Coach Mills is back as well. Speaking of the spring, we look towards the spring with all the sport. NJCAA said we're going to play all of our stuff in the spring. So right now we've got a spring schedule for basketball, for soccer, for baseball, for softball, for tennis, for golf. All these sports that are scheduled to play in the spring. Obviously, we don't have a looking glass to see what's going to happen come January and February. But you would hope we have the same amount of success in the spring we had in the fall and get a lot of sports played.
We're hoping so. Back in the summer, the NJCAA made the decision to postpone all sports except for golf and cross country to the spring. And we did that. We followed suit with everything, of course, except for football. The Mississippi Community College system was the only community college conference in America that played football. So we are hoping to have success in the spring when we have the rest of our sports, and it's going to be challenging. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's going to be very challenging traveling, getting the players to and from their games, their away games, their matches, of course. But we think we can do this. We think that we'll schedule them in such a way, and it may be a ball game most every day somewhere.
That's not bad, though, is it?
Not bad.
That's not a bad thing to have on campus.
It's not bad at all. We'll make sure they go to class some.
Yeah.
Let's go to class. But it's going to be good. Our coaches are primed and ready. They've been getting ready as far as some scrimmaging going on, some strength training, et cetera. So I believe if we get through the Christmas holiday, come back, and I believe everybody's going to be excited about some competition come the spring.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Bishop, it's December. Just a few days left on campus for the kids, a few days left for the faculty. Two things I think we need to say. Number one, we made it. A lot of people didn't think that would happen, but we made it.
That's right. You're exactly right. A lot of people said that it will not be able to happen when you get the students back on campus, especially in the athletic teams or in the dorms. Hasn't been easy, but certainly we have made it. And again, just like I said earlier, just thankful for the commitment of our professional staff, our coaches, our faculty members, and the support from our Board of Trustees, and the support from the families, the students, this community. Would not have been able to do that without them. So we have made it. It was challenging, but a lot of fun along the way too. And we've learned a great deal that will help us. And hopefully if we continue to navigate this pandemic, hopefully there will be a vaccine soon and we can get back to some normalcy. I miss things like the Thanksgiving meal that we have for our faculty and community. I miss things like our faculty Christmas dinner and our bingo that our faculty play. So hopefully we'll get back to some of that and get back to the way it needs to be around here at Southwest.
We can still have a Thanksgiving dinner in the spring, though, right?
Not a bad idea.
I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, we could probably make that happen. We could pull some strings or something, right? Secondly, Dr. Bishop, we're heading into Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your family, number one. Number two, of course, this is our last show of the year before we take the Christmas break, before we come back in the new year. So right now, just want to spend a little time giving the floor to you. First off, thank you for what you've done this semester in helping these kids get back on campus, having sports happen here on the college, for the hard work you have put in. So Merry Christmas to you and your family. We want to give you the floor and the final word. Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you as well and your beautiful family. I certainly want to say Merry Christmas to all of our Southwest family. Students, faculty, staff, administration, board, and of course the community. And it's been a challenging semester, but again, thank you for your efforts to make this semester a good semester. A semester, I think, where we did not fall behind academically. We did not fall behind at all in our career technical programs, any of our labs that we have on our campus. And I do think that this semester has helped many of our athletes even get better. Since this is an athletic show, it's helped them to get stronger, I believe, and also give them a little to look forward to, I think, in the spring. So I do want to say thank you to all of you and wish all of you a safe and Merry Christmas. Invite all of you to remember the real reason for the season, which is the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ, and we need to celebrate that. Wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm so proud of
Inside Bear Athletics. I think has gotten off to a great start, and I thank you for inviting me on your show. I was wondering when you were going to invite me to come. I guess waited to the last show.
Well,
maybe I'll be back next time.
Save the best for last time.
I don't know, but thank you so much, and we appreciate all the support, and God bless all of you.
Absolutely. That's Dr. Steve Bishop. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas, everybody. And we will see you in January with more Inside Bear Athletics right here on Bear TV. Go Bears!